Hello, everybody. Hope everyone's having a good day today. Um, Today we're gonna do another trade recap. Today is March 16th. It's a Monday. Really, really choppy day. Really, honestly, a terrible day for anyone that was trading. I'm happy. I hope that no one blew accounts, no one lost a crazy amount of money, no one had bad decision making and bad discipline. Um, I changed the chart colors by the way for my YouTube because I was getting some complaints that it was a little hard to see because of my chart colors. Um, those who said it knows who they are, so shout out to them. But yeah, so here's the basic chart colors. I hope it's a little better on the eyes. But yeah, let's just get back into it. We're on the 1 hour right now. This is where I started. During Asia and London, we had a big, yeah, during Asia and London, we had just a big push up and created a lot of 1 hour imbalances. So because of these imbalances, I was kind of bearish going into the morning. Um, I did expect these highs to get swept though, but I was ultimately bearish for the morning. I was thinking that price would come up, sweep the 1 hour, and then sweep the 1 hour as well as this draw on liquidity before dropping down and filling these imbalances, which is pretty much what happened today. That was my bias, but in terms of my bias and what I predicted, everything worked out. Well, I don't know if you guys hear this fan, but yeah, in terms of my biases and my predictions, everything worked out pretty well. But we'll get into what went wrong. So yeah, so we come on here, we can see that it's my cat. We come on here, we can see my draws and liquidity. We had an hourly high there. Um, we had an hourly low here, another hourly low here, and these hourlies as well. These are all just swing points, just different highs and lows. Nothing crazy about these draws and liquidity. It's just when I look at the chart, the main thing about draws and liquidity is that when you look at the chart, they have to be obvious. And looking on these charts, you can see it's pretty much very obvious. These two, this draw right here was obvious. This draw was very obvious. This draw was obvious, and then yeah. So let's just go straight into it. I had these hourly highs and I mean hourly fair value gaps marked out as well. That was the reason for my bias because I wanted price to come down and fill these imbalances. But yes, so that was a 1 hour. 30 minute, I had an FEG somewhere. I don't know. I deleted it, but it didn't really make a difference. Anyways, let's just go down into the 5 minute actually. We'll go into the 1 minute just to show you what was happening in the morning because it was pretty choppy honestly. So price opened up right around here. Price opened up, and this is a 9:30 candle that I marked as well for my bearish draw on liquidity. Want to see price come down to this draw, but price came up. We were kind of trending upwards, but it was a very choppy morning. There was no trades that you can really take, and some people took longs here. I didn't see an entry for it, but they took longs there, so good for them. But I didn't see any entries for those. Some people banked here, but we were just trending up. Um, Very awkward movements, honestly. Here, this is my first trade of the day, as you can see right here. Price was trending upwards. We had a little pullback here before price tapped into this 5 minute FVG. Let's see, we have a 5 minute right here. Um, Price was coming up. Where the hell is it? Where am I? I'm so lost. Oh, price was coming up, trailed down into this 5 minute FVG, respected it. We closed above it on the 5 minute time frame before just displacing up like crazy, huge displacement candle. Just off this displacement in itself, I just entered mid candle because we got a big push to the upside. I was like 30, I was like 30, 40 points in. Wait, no, I was like, yeah, 25, 30 points in profit into the trade. I do believe I did go break even early. Because we have a big displacement up. Price would want to come down and fill this 1 minute. Honestly, I had a feeling that I wanted to keep my stop loss here, which would have worked out. It would have hit my TP at the end of the day. But I decided to go break even just because we had a big displacement up, and then this candle right here came down and kind of failed to continue going lower, and then followed by this candle. I think this candle was really when I decided to go break even. Um, if price wanted to rip after this displacement, I feel like we honestly should have just continued ripping up and just immediately take my draw. So that was another factor for why I went break even. I felt like price was pushed up so crazy that I just would take it right away before pushing back down. That's why I went break even. But yeah, price kind of went up and then just immediately hit me for break even. and then we chopped for the rest of the day. Oh yeah, and the reason why I wanted to keep it down here was just because what when it comes to like trends, it's like it's gonna come up and come down, come up and come down. It's gonna create higher highs and higher lows, and I was just expecting price after a displace like this for it to come down and create a higher low, you know, before and continue going up to the upside. I just went break even mainly because I expected it to hit my draw like almost immediately, you know. But yeah, going into the day, we went up and then we created this low resistance liquidity. So at this point right here, as we were creating this trend line and this low resistance liquidity, I was kind of expecting price to dump because we were expecting this 1 hour. We failed to break above this drawn liquidity, and this trend line's only getting higher. This trend line's only catching up, and we're creating like this anchor point. This is pattern trading. I don't trade on patterns, but I use this as like a confluence kind of thing. This is very much pattern trading. I don't know the term for it, but like price is coming up into this like shrink point and it has an option. It's either gonna break down into the trend line and just drop down and dump, or it's going to break above the trend line and continue higher and push through this 1 hour. And this daily fair value gap was another draw that people were also targeting. And we expect the price to hit it, but it did not hit it anytime soon. It still has not hit it at all. But yeah, so price decided it couldn't go any higher and just broke through. And as well with this low resistance liquidity we see right here, this is information my community actually gave to me. Shout out to him. But you're seeing how low resistance liquidity tends to get swooped out very, very fast and very quick. And that's what we can see happen right here. Price kind of just dumped. And I was expecting this to happen. This was my prediction because of this shrinking area right here, as well as low resistance liquidity, as well as all these imbalances that were printed during the AM New York session, as well as Asia and London New York session. So at any point during New York, I was really expecting price to dump because I wanted to see all these imbalances get filled. So that was my bias and why I was looking for shorts. I kind of married my bias for the entire day, which was a bad idea. But this exact move that we see right here, this is exactly what I wanted to happen. But I didn't really get an entry I wanted to see. We had a 5 minute here, we had a 5 minute here, we had a 15 minute here as well. We didn't get a proper retrace into any of these fair value gaps whatsoever. We didn't get any good displacement off of it, so I didn't see a good entry. Price dumped in, no retrace. Let me go on the 5 minute. This is not a retrace. This is just another five. I mean, it is a retrace. I don't know. Maybe it could have been a good entry, but I wanted to see this five. Wait, where the fuck am I? I wanted to see. Yeah, there's no retrace here. Sorry, I was on the wrong thing. That confused me for a second. There was no retrace here on the 5 minute, and the 1 minute. You could have entered off this candle, but I didn't even see it really tap into this fair value gap at all. So I didn't really find any good entry in my criteria for this move. And then eventually price just came down and hit my TP. This candle spiked down, just hit draw and broke through the 1 hour, but it respected it. Um, but yeah, we consolidated a little bit in this 15 minute as well. The draw was 9:30 opening. But yeah, we hit that, then we started trailing up, and I was still looking for shorts, which was low-key a bad idea. Like we took out the draw, I should be looking for longs at this point. So that's when I was like very focused on looking for long because I wanted to see price actually come up and fill these imbalances and continue going lower. But in reality, the reason for price to hit these imbalances and continue lower is to target the draw. But the draw was already taken, so there was no reason for me to continue looking for shorts. But I was, which was a bad idea. So we see price come down, it takes out the draw, and then it continues going higher. At this point, still no trades have been taken except the this one. What time was this at? Like around 9:45, and I think 9:43 was that trade was taken, but it was break even. And then price came up. It hit this 15 minute and this 5 minute, but I wasn't expecting price to really dump off of it. I wasn't expecting price to displace off of it. I had a little hunch it was more discretionary that price wanted to come up and hit this 5 minute as well before continuing lower. Um, Here we had a decent like push off of it, but it did like kind of consolidate around in the 5 minute. But we didn't get any closures above it on the 5 minute time frame, which was very good, showing that I was respecting it. Could have entered. Some people entered here, but I just didn't see the displacement that I wanted. This looked like displacement, but then again, you have to wait for the candle closure, followed by the next candle, and eventually you would have got stopped out if you entered off this displacement. Price consolidated. It was in the 5 minute, but we did not get a closure in the 5 minute above the fair value gap. We got a minor disclosure, but I was like, it's not really a big closure above it, and we were still like trying to push down lower. I entered when price took these lows again. I entered mid candle around here, or yeah, around here. Price entered me in after it took these lows. But then I wanted price to consolidate because we had a consolidation up here, and then we had this push down followed by manipulation that pushed down a little bit further. So I entered off that displacement, and then I stops above the highs, and price was just kind of consolidating and pushing up a little bit. And at this point, I thought I was gonna stop down. I mean, right here, I was expecting a stop down. We were like what, like $1, not even like 75 cents away from like hitting my 75 points, so 0.75 points before hitting my stop loss. So I was like, oh yeah, this trade is cooked. But then eventually we actually got this big push down, and everyone in the community was like, "Bro, what? This is Bryce's time to shine." Blah 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 blah. But at the end of the day, my emotions during this day was very much tested. My psychology was tested a lot. I was like, although I only took two trades today, there was a lot of moments where I wanted to get into trade. FOMO was taking over, and honestly, at 10:30, I should have got the charts. 10:30, I should have got the charts. That was around here. We didn't see any good entries. No one saw any good entries. Although we were trending up and everyone's biases were approved, everyone was like, oh, yeah, we're going to hit this draw 100%, which everyone was right. But no one saw a good entry whatsoever. And for that reasoning, it was good for people to just get off the charts. Here, my bias was also right once again, but still, I did not see a good entry. So these are telltale signs for me to get off the charts. And the reason I didn't get off the charts, oh, that's what it hit TP, by the way. But hold on, I'll get into that later. But the reason that I didn't get off the charts is because I wanted a winning day. I'm close to my payout. I'm close to getting another. I'm close to getting around like a two, like 3K, hopefully 4K, maybe 5K at the end. But I'm close to getting my payout soon. Knock on wood. But I'm working towards getting my payout, and I was chasing $150 payout winning day. You have to get $150 for a winning day, and that's what I was chasing for the day. I was so fixated on trying to win my day and get a winning day that I was like not focused on the fact that today is not good price action. I should have gotten off. Although I did end the day up, I ended the day up $364. You can see up here my realized, but I ended the day up, but it was very much luck. So you see, after this trade, price pushed down, right? I exited here. I exited here. I did not trust my trade whatsoever. I was expecting to get stopped out. I was ready to get stopped out, but I exited my trade here because I was up like $400 in profit. You know, I exited my trade here. This shit ended up working out, which is surprising. It worked out to a T. I got top tick, bottom tick. Like that's crazy. I hope the whole reversal, but it is what it is. This would have been like what, like 2,000 something, like around $2,000 would have been the profit for this trade. But yeah, it is what it is. And I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm not mad that I missed this trade because my emotions were very bad. I was not controlling my emotions whatsoever. I was very I had good discipline and good patience, which was good. I didn't enter any bad trades, but I should have gotten off the charts, and that's the main issue. Whether or not I had five things right, I had one thing wrong, and that was not locking out earlier. That was wrong. I ended the day green, but I very much could have ended the day bad. This was a very good day. This was a very good day for people to get off the charts. If it's Monday, price action, already known to be bad. On top of that, you could look at the charts and it's bad. On top of that, Wednesday we got PPI as well as FOMC. So this Monday and Tuesday, we can expect to also have pricey chop action just because of the fact that we have such a red folder news day on Wednesday. Everyone's waiting for Wednesday. So, like, these are all telltale signs to just not trade at all. I managed to have a profit for the day. Lucky me, I locked out immediately after I got my winning day for the day. I need two more winning days for my payout, but yeah, today was just a very testing day. I was able to preserve capital because I know back then I would have entered some trades that I'm not proud of entering, but I was able to preserve capital and not enter into these trades. Um, Let me just fix this so I'm not like lying to people. Like, exited here. Don't worry, y'all. I made my profit that I was aiming for. But yeah, that trade would have worked out. My biases were correct for the day. I was expecting price to come up here, hit this 5 minute before dumping lower again, which was right again. I was literally right every single time. I just didn't see a good entry at all. This was a bad entry, by the way. Bad entry. Although we were respecting the 5 minute, we didn't see any sort of displacement that was good. This was a good displacement candle. If anyone entered here, this could have been good, but I exited off of other people's entries because my psychology was just bad. Like this was other people's entries, I bet you. They entered off the displacement after this five, targeted that low or whatever, or that 5 minute or the 15 minute value gap, blah blah blah. This was probably some people's trades, right? And I could have held it, but I'm not mad I didn't because at the end of the day, I got what I wanted and my emotions were very much uncontrolled. So today was a good day in terms of patience and good day in terms of having the discipline to not enter bad trades because of my FOMO. But it's a bad day because I was chasing a profit target instead of being realistic and looking at the charts and analyzing it and saying, this is bad. I should not trade this whatsoever. But yeah, Just want to come on here, talk about my day, talk about my trading day. I hope you guys learned some lessons. I learned a lot of lessons from today as well. Um, that's what I saw today, and someone asked, like, recommended for me to do a FX replay video after this, so I'm probably gonna end up doing that. I'm not dirty, by the way. I know I've been wearing the same sweater for the last 4 videos. I swear, my girlfriend got me this, so I love it, and I'm gonna wear it. I'm not dirty. I shower and clean my clothes, but yeah. I'm gonna do an FX replay video right after this. I finish posting this video. Just kind of break down my live, not live, but back testing my strategy and the things I do. Um, I don't backtest often, and typically, honestly, my stats are worse when I backtest. It's kind of backwards, but I think it's more something to do with my discretion. I tend to have a better discretionary system in terms when compared to like just candle spotting out of nowhere and just skipping through 1 minute. It's a little difficult, but I'm gonna try backtesting just to show my strategy and what I'm thinking in the live markets. I want to do a live video, but it's a little different. It's a little hard right now because I am using my laptop and I am talking to my community while I'm trading. So I don't want to like not talk to them or not talk to the YouTube as well. That kind of thing. I'm also listening like a lot of music when I'm trading. But I mean, we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. I don't want to get copyrighted, but yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any questions, leave it in the comments. I'll answer right away. If you want any future videos or any recommendations for what you guys want to see, also leave that in the comments. And I'll make sure to get you guys right back on that. Hope you guys had a good trading day today. Hope you guys controlled your impulses and yeah, good luck tomorrow.